Hi, Soul Family. Let me turn the radio down. Okay. I did my reading for myself, which sets me up in a good place. And I'm going to do our reading. Now, I have my work line on, so we might get bumped. So I'm trying to see what we should choose today. Okay, so this is what we're going to choose from. We're going to choose from the Amethyst Geode right there. Isn't that fabuloso? Woo! Love that. I'll choose that. And we're going to choose from the Running Man with the flower, chasing after the girl, the running girl. She's playing, doing cartwheels. He's playing too. They're running through the flowers. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. And we'll choose from Rebirth because I love that picture. All right, those are our items. Your sex takes me to paradise. Makes me feel like I've been locked out of paradise. Locked out of heaven. All right, so the words are wrong. All right, so who are we going to work with today? You know what? We're going to keep it light today. We're going to work with... Oh, who are we going to work with? I'm just going to work with what I have here. You guys help me. That'll help me. All of your energy is focusing on the decks here. So this is one. Okay, I heard that right away. This one. Okay. Everyone will get a message from this deck. Everyone loves the Spirit Oracle. Everyone's going to get a message from this one. If I remember that, I'll have to do it like this. I think that's it. I think we're just going to use those two decks. Okay, we're going to start with the Amethyst Geode. We're going to get moving quick here. So we're going to work with the Crystal Angels first. Correct for neutrality. Anybody that chose the Amethyst Geode, here is your message. Gold. Oh, I love this. Love this. Divine intervention. Yes. That is what I'm calling in. That's what I have called in, and I'm grateful that they're saying it's going to happen. Because you know what? Sometimes we try so hard, and we just can't get it together. And Spirit's up there going, oh, God. You know, they're really, really trying. They really, really are. So we're going to step in and we're going to help. So this is miracles. And this is an answer to sincere prayers. Maybe you're trying to understand something and you're just so confused. You're really trying. You're trying not to judge. You're trying to be fair, but you're confused by something, or you don't know which direction to turn. You've got choices in front of you and they're just not clear, no matter how hard. Or maybe there's a situation that just, remember how Spirit says, don't worry about how it happens. Just surrender it to us and let us take care of it, and we will. And we put our intentions out for what we want, right? And what we're asking to call in. And Spirit says, surrender, and we'll let it happen. We'll have it happen. Don't you stress about it. So Spirit's telling you right now, whatever the situation that you're involved in right now, you can expect a miracle to help you. Love that. Love that. And you know why? Because I've said this before. It's not that when we pray we're not heard, but when we have many pray on behalf of us, it's given an extra urgency. It just is. And when people care about you, when you're a good person and you're really struggling and people see that and you're trying, other people pray for you. And it's almost as though so many people have gone to Spirit behind your back to help you out. That's kind of what it is. Help them out. Come on, give them, please. Right? Because that's what's going on here. There's been prayers being sent off for you by multiple people. I think that's amazing. That's soul family for you, right? And right now, Spirit is telling you, you really need to listen and follow the guidance that you're getting. So when we get prayers sent off, Spirit responds with, this is how you can help yourself. God helps those who help themselves. Yes, He does. He doesn't expect you to sit there in your chair, up on your rock, and have everything landed in your lap. There are things that we need to do. And Spirit will make sure at what they are. So you're not going to get your messages. You're not going to understand them. You're not going to hear them. You're not going to be able to grab the opportunity when it shows up, or the answer when it's there. If you're stoned, if you're drunk, you're not, because you're not clear. You need to be clear. So your mind needs to be clear and sober. That is what you're being asked. If you want to see these messages and signs, you need to be clear and sober. You also need to get to a quiet place. So when Spirit says it will be a good idea today for you to meditate for like a little bit of time, do it. This is also another message that hand it over to our Father. He will handle the situation. That was the information that I was given yesterday, and I gave it to someone. Go to your Father. His arms are open. Go to your Father. Now, go to your Father in prayer. If you're struggling with fear, doubt, worry, anger, blame, control issues, whatever it is, go to your Father with prayer. Also, it depends on who you are and what your belief system is. Some believe that there is God the Father and Spirit all in one. I personally have never believed that. I've always believed in the Father has a Son and he has an active force. 3 separate. So whatever way works for you. If you're someone who believes that Jesus is God's Son, you can ask for Jesus to help you as well. I'm not going to get into the whole religious aspect of everybody else's different beliefs, but this is a connection to go to the Father. And gold is also connected to the Son, the divine masculine. So that would be Jesus. So you think about gold. Gold is very soft. It's very, very precious. It's a rare metal. It's a precious metal. The thing about gold is that it's malleable. You can bend it. It's soft. You can scratch it. You can bend it. But that's why we're using this, and that's why we're speaking of this in the way of terms of Jesus. Jesus said, "Be teachable," right? Be humble. Be like a child. Malleable. So we want to have that energy within us so that we're able to transform from one way of thinking or being into something else. So maybe you've pushed your connection away from Spirit. Maybe you've been angry, you felt let down, you've been hurt, and I went through a phase where when I walked away from the Jehovah's Witness organization, I stopped speaking to Jesus because I felt like, I don't need to go through you. That's my Father too. He's my Father. I can speak directly to him. I don't need to go through you. But the thing is, he's my brother. All the archangels and the ascended masters, they're our brothers in spirit. And we all need our family. We need our brother even when we're mad at our brother. And so, if you need help with your brother, whether that be just a soul family or your fleshly brother or your brother Jesus or one of the angels, this is about praying and asking for assistance. I asked for that. I want peace to come between the families. I don't want to see a distance. It doesn't make anyone happy. So when I see this message, I think that that's an answer to what I've prayed for. That the distance between the family is dissolved. And maybe it won't be perfect right away. But there's always that first step, right? So your next message, coming from the Spirit Oracle. I love this deck. It's hard to shuffle because the card stock is very, very stiff. So unfortunately, sometimes, Sandy, when we think about our deck that we're making, there's certain card stocks that are heavy and strong and they're good to the last. But then sometimes, like this one, these are too thick. So when you try and shuffle them, you actually bend them and you crease them. So we don't want that. So that's another message. You want to be bendable. You want to be flexible, right? You don't want to be immovable, difficult, so that when somebody tries to bend you, or when you have to bend, you crack. You know what I mean? We want to be flexible. Strong, but flexible. Magic. Like that. Look at the colors. They coordinate. Now these are clarifiers, okay? So first we got that was divine intervention that was going to take place. And now we have magic. There's a transformation happening. A magical transformation happening. Just like the Father said. We can expect miracles. Something is being transformed. Full circle completion, 3, but 3 also represents ascended masters. And we just spoke about an ascended master, Jesus. So that's what this one is helping you. Call upon him for his help. And understand that right now, just like we were shown, this is confirmation. Magic blessings transformation. A blessing in disguise is coming your way. Keep an open heart and open mind. Now that's the information. Okay, something is required of us for this divine intervention. And what's required is that we keep an open heart and mind. A blessing in disguise. So if it's a blessing in disguise, it's going to come in a way that we don't understand or we don't expect, or maybe that doesn't make sense. We have to keep an open heart and mind. That way we don't judge. Okay? So that's the first message. The next message is going to come to us from the Magdalene Oracle. This is the cardstock I love. This cardstock is strong, but it's flexible. It doesn't have any creases in it, and it's one of my oldest decks. So you don't want to be too stiff. You don't want to be too weak, too thin, too bendable, right? You want to be flexible. Flexible. That is an open heart and an open mind when you're flexible. So at 11 minutes and 36 seconds, oh, the beloved. Yay! The beloved. Now, the beloved, first of all, always has been the name given to Jesus. So he's coming forward here. But he also represents your beloved. The love of your life. When twin souls speak about their counterpart, they call one another the beloved. If someone is beloved, they're very precious to us. So this one has tears coming from their eyes, but there's light coming from those eyes as well. This one has a very peaceful aura, but very spiritual peaceful aura, very connected, third eye lit up. And Spirit is saying that because your heart is so open and full of love, you are drawing magical blessings towards you. If you're single, a loving relationship is going to soon develop. And this is a relationship that's going to completely transform your life. This is a precious one, a beloved. If you are already in a relationship right now, this is about a deepening and a transformation within that relationship with the one who is your beloved. This message is telling us how we are all spiritually interconnected, but even more so the ones that we love. And very, very soon we're going to be overwhelmed, but we're going to be overwhelmed in a beautiful way. Overwhelmed with love and gratitude and happiness because of the relationship with your beloved. Your connection with one another teaches you so much. It teaches you the value of one another and how you bring out the best in each other and why you are each other's beloved, why you have been chosen that way, why you have chosen each other. There's a beautiful little, it's like a rhymeless poem. Love is the gateway to an endless universe where the light of 1 billion stars forever glows through one eternal spirit. And the two shall become one. And that's how they are each other's beloved. Wow, what a beautiful message. Who was this? This was who did we speak? Okay, first we chose the amethyst, then we chose the running man. This was the running man with the flower. He's chasing after her with a flower. And his heart is open, look. He doesn't have a hole in his heart is open, and he's naked, vulnerable. And he's running forward, and that's the message. Wow. So if you're soon to have that relationship that you're running for, you're running towards. Or if you're in that relationship, this is you running after the one and playing with the one that you love. What a beautiful message. And your message from the Spirit Oracle We go now to the, after this we'll be going to the lady that's doing the cartwheels with an open heart. Both of them are open, naked, and vulnerable before each other. They're open and honest. Correct for neutrality on all levels. Honesty. Wow. That's amazing that I just said that. They're open and honest. Honesty is such a big deal to me. This is Kuan Yin. This is the goddess of compassion and mercy and forgiveness. And she's telling you that love, compassion, and truth will heal the present situation. Be honest with yourself. Discover what it is that you truly desire, then speak your truth clearly. Always speak with love and compassion, and know that the truth will never harm anyone when spoken from a place of love. Because remember, look, his heart is open. He's happy. He's naked and vulnerable and exposing himself not in a negative way, and he doesn't fear being harmed. He's smelling the roses. He's excited. He's happy. And he knows. This is speaking about your beloved. This is clarification. So whoever it is that you're running towards, this is confirmation. This will be a beautiful relationship, and the feelings are mutual. And if this is between you and your partner now, know that the efforts that you make to strengthen this relationship are being rewarded. So be open and honest. Truthfully, speak what your heart desires. The truth, when spoken, will never harm if it comes from a place of love. Really, really good message, you guys. Really, really good message. Correct for neutrality on all levels. Correct for neutrality on all levels. I guess we go back to the crystal angels. Although I don't want to do the crystal angels right now. I'm not as sold on the crystal angels as I am on the animal tarot. So we're going to go to the animal tarot for the ladies doing the cartwheels. Because that's my card. And I'm all about the animals. Correct for neutrality on all levels. This is a good cardstock as well. It bends nicely and doesn't crease. But the deck is so big, and I've got such little hands that I have to separate the deck in two. So there's another message from our deck. It can't be this many cards. This is too difficult. I want to be able to hold it in one hand. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask for, is it going to be one or two? Deck side one or two? And I just heard two. Okay, so it's this side. All right. Whoa. Okay, I dropped it, so I guess it's that one. 5 of Autumn. 5 is speaking about a significant change is occurring in your life. Always for the better. Good idea to call upon Spirit for help with these changes. The color is green, which is love and healing and growth. The manatee. The manatee is such a beautiful totem. It's such a gentle creature. They have these they live in Florida, in the rivers and in the mouth of the ocean. They live in kind of brackish water, so it kind of reminds me of Merlin, my dragonfish. And the manatee is about gentleness. It's about clarity. They're gentle giants. And they've got that kind of cuddly face. Look at them. So it speaks to you about going through life at a pace that is peaceful, without violence or aggression. You're encouraged to take life at a slower pace and to move a little bit slowly, and also in a very graceful way, like you're floating through your emotional waters. Talks about simplifying your life, the need for simplification, shutting out the noise and removing unnecessary, filtering out all that doesn't bring you peace and happiness. It's also a totem that encourages you to put trust in people, which is really interesting for me right now, and to open yourself up. If we look at people and we hold a trusting attitude, we draw that energy towards us. If we worry that we're going to be lied to and manipulated, we're going to draw that energy towards us. So it's about finding peace after we've been hurt, because it's easy to hold on to negative feelings when somebody has been manipulative and they have lied to us. Sometimes people want to seek out revenge, but it's better to release that and forgive it. That's why Kuan Yin came forward just recently. The manatee is about life for doing good and how your positive gifts and talents impact people and they change the world in a better way. So it's about being able to see clearly through your emotions and not letting them cloud your judgment, and not to let hurt and disappointment affect how you view everyone in the world. It teaches you to have a gentleness and a calmness in your life, no matter how cloudy the water gets or how chaotic, and be willing to welcome in the change. We want the positive energy, right? We want to focus on the calmness, the happiness. It's about slow and steady progress, which is important for us to understand if we really want to appreciate life in the right way. And it's definitely about taking some time out to enjoy your life and have some fun. Surrender, go with the flow. Peace, love. It's kind of like a hippie totem for sure. It's also about getting in touch with your emotions and allowing them to flow easily through you and feel your emotions. That way you can really understand the truth of who you are. Don't stuff your emotions or pretend. It's about moving forward and releasing any emotional baggage. We're going light, right? We're going light. We're going to go with a knapsack. We don't want a bunch of suitcases dragging around our past. And when we do that, it talks about new opportunities for love and romance coming into your life. It gives you a lift. It gives you inspiration, especially in the romance department. So Manatee is asking you to trust even when it scares you to trust. And that's how love works, because sometimes people are afraid of love, but you have to open your heart in order to allow love in. You've got to take a risk. So Manatee here is saying focusing upon the negative, or worrying about the money or your career or a relationship, anything, any worry is blocking your progress. We're shown what the Manatee wants us to do. Right now, maybe your trust in people and your faith in others are at a very low point. So it's not the best time maybe to go out on your own, strike your own, start a business. You're not feeling secure enough right now in order to do that. Now, autumn represents harvest. 5 is, yes, there are big changes happening right now, but maybe right now when you're not feeling the best right now, you might be feeling a little bit lonely, but help is actually all around you. So reach out for help. Ask Spirit for help. Ask friends for help. Ask for advice and assistance, and allow friends, family, and Spirit to come to your aid. Because right now, when you focus on the negative, if you're feeling down, if you're feeling mistrusting, you're going to draw that energy towards you. We have to negate that right away. Cut cords. Cancel, clear, delete any negative thoughts or feelings that you woke up with. When you're feeling this way, when you're not feeling really self-confident as far as, your faith in others and your faith in your trust and being open, you clearly don't want to start your own business. It's not a good place to be. You need to be at a place where you feel on top of the world. So wait until your confidence becomes a little bit stronger, and that your trust and belief in things also becomes that way. And then things are going to go very well. Right now, Spirit, we want to play, we want to relax, we want to take it easy. You need to be careful about your health right now. Manatees focus mostly on vegetarian foods. So this is another hit from Spirit. Spirit does want us all to go towards that. So they're asking you to dig in more to the green leafy vegetables. And if you're doing your smoothie, I did my smoothie this morning, I put my sea kelp and all my different kale and the greens in. So go after that you kind of need that right now. Manatees, they dig these fins in. These are fins. They look like arms, but they dig in looking for the green leafy stuff. And they are very trusting. They are very gentle. So right now, when Spirit brings people forward to help you, they want you to trust in the people that come forward to help you. And when you see this one by yourself, that's a sad message. You don't have to go by yourself and do it alone. You can ask for help from Spirit and other people to help you through any times in your life that are difficult for you to deal with. Maybe you're just really tired, right? You just really could use a hand right now. You could use the easiest way for your money to come in. You could use the easiest way to interact. Right now, you're really asking for a shield of protection to just kind of keep the negative energy away. And another way of doing that is just, stay away from a lot of people right now. just gonna pull in. You don't have to feel bad about not being super sociable. You do want to enjoy yourself, but make sure that you're in the energy where you're relaxed and you feel comfortable and you feel safe, because that's what Spirit wants you to do for yourself right now. Wow. Again, honesty. Isn't that interesting? Love, compassion, and truth will heal the present situation. So that's a confirmation that should relax you, right? Be honest with yourself. Discover what it is that you truly desire. And then speak your truth clearly. Now maybe you're speaking to Spirit about what you truly honestly want. If you need to speak with others, come from a place of love and compassion, knowing that the truth is not going to hurt them. Not when you're coming from a place of love. When things are out in the open, it's easier on everyone. That makes it easier on everyone. That relaxes the burden, that relaxes the stress, that takes the stress off of you so that you can just take a breath. So be honest with what it is that you want. Blue is always about speaking your truth. We don't have to be afraid to speak our truth. When we're coming from a place of honesty, how can that possibly hurt? If it does hurt someone, it's not yours to carry. You're speaking from a place of truth, but you're coming from a place of compassion as well. So it's all in the way you speak too, right? Okay, that's interesting. We got that one again. So now we're going to go back to the Mary Magdalene, or the Magdalene Oracle. We're going to go to, we did her. So now we're going to go to Rebirth. I love that picture. I love that. I love that horse. Isn't that a beautiful horse? I haven't been bareback riding forever, but I mean, I haven't ridden a horse, and I can't tell you how long. I was such a horsey girl when I was growing up. I took a I don't even know what it was called, horse therapy. I don't know. It was like, basically, it was supposed to teach you the beginner stuff about horses, right? But really all we did was go and muck out the stalls and groom the horses and walk them, and we went on one trot a day. But I did it all summer long, and I was in heaven. I think my 6th grade school picture, I'm wearing a black cowboy hat and a blue shirt with a horse on the front. That was me. Correct for neutrality on all levels. Whoa. Okay, I can't. I had a bunch of ones stuck in my hands. So I'm wondering if I should take more than one. Sofia, this came up the other day. This is the peony flower. Peony, we speak about the peony. It's interesting. They have 5 little points on their petals. Significant change. It also, because they have so many layers, it talks about compartmentalizing. I brought this up the other day. I think I got it in a private reading with someone, the peony. I think I got this message, actually. And I said there's a reason. We're looking at yellow, which is solar plexus, self-worth, mostly pink, which is love, and white, which is innocence, purity. Sofia. The peony is about romance, good fortune, happy marriages. It also means bashfulness, maybe shame sometimes, which kind of goes hand in hand with this particular message. This message is telling you that right now, someone that you love dearly, they're precious to you. They need your love and support at the moment, maybe even your forgiveness. Spirit wants you to put aside your differences, any disagreements that you've had. Just let it go and make up, because you both know you love each other. Why are you doing this? Life's too short to waste any more time. If you come from a place of love, and you realize and you remember and you know love heals everything. So we're different. We're all different, just like the petals of every single one of these. They're all different, but they all belong to the United Collective. We're all different. So we have to celebrate our uniqueness. It doesn't mean there's something wrong. Each snowflake is different. Each flower petal is different. They're all beautiful. We're all beautiful in our own way. So we have to honor and respect each other's differences, because we are all sacred beings. Both of us are beautiful souls. And forgiveness and love, if that is something that you can bring forward, it brings you unlimited possibilities and contentment. So right now, you know who this is. See this one surrounded in love and light right now. Forgiving, loving, healing energy. When your best friend does something, they mess up, you just want it to get over. You might get mad for a little while, but that's your best friend. You love each other, so stop wasting time. Maybe they haven't done something wrong. Maybe they just need your support right now. The Peony, it speaks about bashfulness. Maybe someone loves you and they're not able to express themselves appropriately, and they keep reaching out in ways that aren't working, and they're messing up, and now they're embarrassed because this is about shame and bashfulness. I keep thinking about the fairy and the little gnome of the forest, how he came forward with the flower, and he couldn't quite look up all the way. He felt like what he had to offer wasn't much, but she was so moved. He didn't realize that she appreciates the simple things. That's her favorite. So don't be afraid to come forward and speak your truth honestly and openly. This is a message. If you weren't sure about this, you both love each other. You want to be with each other. You forgive one another. And you want to support one another. This is confirmation of that. So please trust that, no matter what has happened. Remember, the Peony speaks about romance, good fortune, happy marriages, honor, compassion, and yes, bashfulness. I think there's something else that I need to bring up about the Peony. It's also about beauty and grace. So if someone has done something, or if there has been a misunderstanding, or something has gone sideways, understand that in the love for each other, there is grace. Grace allows a bashful one to come forward. The symbol of romance and love. This can be a great gift for someone that you're crushing on, if you want to show them how deeply you feel about them, a peony. What's interesting about peonies, I used to grow them in Canada. I love them. They like the colder climates. They're so delicate and beautiful. They don't have any scent. I always felt like that was such a bummer. But they also speak about wealth. So the main characteristics: honor, romance, beauty, bashfulness, wealth. How beautiful. Think about that. Think about the blush on someone's cheeks when they love you, when they're shy and they see you, and that excited flush. What an awesome feeling. So from the Spirit Oracle, wow, you got two, and look what they are. Soulmate and emotions. Wow. Look at that. Look at that connection. She has got her head turned up to him, and he's a little stiff. She's like, relax, right? Don't be so bashful. And look at this, emotions. Wow, the water's churned up. Emotional energy. Your intuitive, loving, nurturing energy. Love, partnership, magnetic attraction between two people. You discover a deeper sense of self through a relationship with another. These are clarifiers, you guys. You are awash with unexpressed emotions. Say exactly what you feel. It is safe for you to speak your truth. Look at this. You couldn't get a better message. So you need to speak your truth. It's safe. Maybe you're worried about being safe. You are safe. Say exactly what you feel. There's much that you're holding inside. Don't hold inside. Your beloved is right here and wants to hear it. She's reaching up to you, or he. It could be either way, right? You guys have drawn one another together. This is a sacred union. Wow, why would you want to delay this? I got prickles in my left hand. What a beautiful way to end this reading. I think we've done everybody, haven't we? I'm pretty sure we have. I hope we have. If we haven't, I'll have to come back. So let's get a message for everyone. This is a beautiful, wow, I'm excited about that. Which deck can we use? Let's use, since yesterday we used the Oracle of Shadows and Light, let's today use the Oracle of the Shapeshifters. Okay? I gotta get my energy into this deck. This is also a cardstock that I really like. This is flexible. I don't like to see my cards bent, you know? And you can tell the ones that have the heavy cardstock, they're bent. The other ones don't. Correct for neutrality on all levels. What is the most appropriate message for all of us today that will help the most of us? Correct for neutrality on all levels. 2 more. Wow, I'm tired. I was up a lot last night. Wow, that was really clear cut. Okay. Little brother, little sister. Siblings, younger friends, responsibility. You see this one in care of these 2 little dragons. Aren't they cute? It's like Lily and Liger. So at this time in your life, there may be younger ones that are your responsibility. And it doesn't mean that they have to be little. They can just be your younger brother or younger sister or someone who is that. We all have responsibilities. And this is the message for those of us who have responsibilities of ones who seem to need more than we do right now. See, so it doesn't even necessarily have to be that someone's that much younger than you. Maybe somebody just needs our help right now. Right? Support. Remember that card? The one you love right now needs your support. Doesn't mean that they are useless and unable to care for themselves. It just means right now they really could use you. They could use a friend. They could use support. Sometimes if you've got a younger one, like my little sister was 7 years younger than me, and she was my chore. I had to take care of her all the time. She drove me insane. My mom was God knows where, never around. And so everywhere I went, that was kind of like my protection, I guess, my mom thought. It killed 3 birds with 1 stone. 1, my sister was being taken care of. 2, she could go do her thing. And 3, it would keep me from getting in trouble because everywhere I went, I had to take my sister. Which caused me not to be very nice to her a lot of the times. And it wasn't her fault. And then it got to be a pain because I would do things and she was such a tattletale and she was a shyster, man. She liked gum and she liked candy. And she would say, okay, if you buy me some candy, if you buy me some gum was her big thing, and she wasn't supposed to have it because she had braces. If you buy me some gum, I won't tell. So we were constantly being bribed. And we would pay whatever we had. So sometimes it's a pain in the ass. And then especially when you have to take care of someone and you're not paid for it, right? That's annoying. So this is a message coming forward when people are really needy. They're going to be needy for you, and you're going to need to care for them. It might be an animal like my Lil. Oh my God, Lily. Lily and Liger, they both drive me freaking crazy. I told you this is like Lily and Liger. They drive me nuts. They are so desperate for my attention. And yet, when you want to give them attention, they bite. You know, they're just, ugh. But I love them, right? They're a pain, but I love them. So you might have this with an animal. You might have to have people in your family, maybe cousins or nieces or nephews or little sisters or I don't know, somebody that you have to take care of. Somebody maybe that's not as experienced as you are. Or maybe you're just qualified in an area and people are coming to you for your counsel, and maybe you're overwhelmed, so it feels like, oh, you know what? I just need to breathe right now. Because some of these people or animals, they might be difficult to care for, right? Maybe they don't, maybe like you're supposed to, like, you're supposed to care for someone's dog. Say you're supposed to take care of them and they're constantly hiding on you. Like, come on, where are you? Or, come on, it's time to go to school, and they're playing hide and seek, little kids, right? Or there is someone in your life that really does need your love and care. Maybe it's this one that loves you and that you love, but they're hiding from you. So it's frustrating because you want to help them, you want to care for them, but they're not cooperating, right? So remember, in these circumstances, you're the one that's the wiser one, no matter what your age is. Whether you can be even younger than they are at times. But right now, it's your responsibility. That's what Spirit's saying right now. And right now, people are trusting you. So it can be fun to take care of others. It can. We can play. It can allow you to act like a child again. I mean, hell, I act like a child anyway. I climb trees, I climb rocks. I would probably be a great person to hang out with if I was a younger person. That's why I actually draw a lot of young people to me, because I've got that young attitude. So it's fun. It can bring that youthful energy back into our lives. You know, when we take care of somebody else's kid, we're not as strict with them as their parents are. That's why they like us, right? We're not going to tell them, you know, we let them stay up later. We let them have chocolate. You can tell you're not their parent by the way they are with you. And then sometimes they test us, right? You're not my mom. You're not my dad. Don't tell me what to do. You don't own me. Right? Anybody. That can be anyone. That doesn't even have to be a kid. That can be a boyfriend, a girlfriend. Don't tell me what to do. You don't own me. Sometimes we're tested to see if you say what you mean. Okay, this is what they say they're going to do, but do they do that? Are they walking their walk? Are they talking their talk? Are they to be trusted? Are they strong enough to be there for us when the chips are down? What if you're somebody that knows that you're a handful? You got to make sure that the one you're with can handle you, right? Like me, I've only met one man who was able to handle me. He was able to handle me firmly, but in a kind way. That's a rare man, I'm telling you, because I'm very strong. You know your energy when it clicks with somebody, right? When somebody can see you do something and laugh at you instead of yell at you, and I don't mean laugh as in to belittle you, I just mean they see right through you. They're like, okay, like I can't see who I'm talking to. Really? So, right now, maybe you are being given the responsibility of a younger member of your family. As I said, a nephew, a pet. You could have a friend that really needs you right now. All of these things. We're in this place. And so right now, whatever's going on, there are expectations of you to be responsible, to be mature about the way you handle it. And you're going to get frustrated, but you're going to have rewards too. You're going to have all of that. You're going to be able to understand how you're able to lead others and how you're able to set boundaries with others. You can be the disciplinarian. You can also inspire them and teach them to be stronger, better, more honest people. But you can do it in a way without being nasty. You can have fun. You can laugh. There's all kinds of ways that we can do this. And sometimes, yes, we're going to find our anger boiling and we're ready to explode. It's the truth. That's when we kind of have to step away and give ourselves a breathing room, right? But this is about learning. This is about growth. And it's growing into a role that we may not have asked for, right? I didn't ask for this, but it's showing you how strong you are. You also might be making a sacrifice for someone. Maybe you're going to take up, I don't know, you're going to pick up in something that maybe they should have done, but you're going to take it. You're going to take the burden. Because right now, it's too much for them to handle. And it doesn't matter that they're capable. Maybe right now, they're just overwhelmed. So sometimes we can cut each other some slack, you know? We all take turns like this, right? We all take turns. It's not like you're going to be, you don't want to be in a relationship with somebody that you want to be their mom, right? But we do all want to have that loving, nurturing energy as a mom or a dad. So we take turns within our relationships. Because really, every man is just a grown-up little boy. And there's that little boy inside. And every woman has got that little girl inside. And sometimes that big, strong man needs to be loved by that woman that's standing next to him. She may be littler than him, but she's got that loving, nurturing ability. And she recognizes that little boy that was scared and not loved and not cared for and not respected, not honored, not noticed. He grew up to be very strong and independent, but that's still inside, and she's able to see through all of that bravado. The same thing with a man. She's tough and she puts up that shell, but she's just a little girl inside. She just wants to be loved. So you see, we take that role and we reverse it. I feel like I'm going back to that card about the ones that love each other, and they're not talking right now because it's the wounded child inside of both of them that's risen to the top. So right now somebody needs to step up into a senior role and not see yourself as bigger, better, stronger, wiser, over top of another. It's just your turn right now. And you will be rewarded for this. There will be a give and take. Now, if this is with children, you're rewarded in countless ways. I helped raise my stepdaughter. She was a real handful. She caused a lot of problems. But I loved her. And it ended really badly in our relationship. But she came back. I was told, one day she's going to come back and thank you for everything you did. And she did. She came back, and she's tall. She's like 5'11", and I'm 5'2.5". And she came and she hugged me, and all of a sudden this little girl was this big, tall girl, and she hugged me and she said, "I'm so sorry. I know everything you did it because you loved me. And I appreciate that." Sometimes people don't like to have rules. They don't like boundaries. And they realize until they get older that those rules were put in place to safeguard you, to keep you safe, stop you from hurting yourself. And now she's a mother, and she understands. So sometimes we're not thanked at the time. Sometimes it takes a long time, and sometimes we're not thanked by the people we love. But Spirit does make sure that we get recognized, and we can feel that sense of pride in ourselves for how we handle the situation. And I love that I'm getting this reading now, and I did my first reading alone, because it teaches me how to look at a situation that at first I was very angry and was not coming from a place of true compassion. And I recognize that when my buttons are pushed, it's because it's an old memory of when someone else lied to you, and when you were hurt and you felt like you couldn't trust. And what happens when you feel you can't trust? You're afraid, right? You're in a place of fear, and you don't like that feeling, and so it makes you angry. So a lot of times that's why people that act angry, it's because they're afraid. People that lie, people that make up stories, people that do things that you don't understand. They're afraid. It comes from a place of fear. So then we have to see, where can we pull that compassion in our heart and try and understand that that's a hurt child inside there. A lot of times they don't want to see that, and they wouldn't like to hear that, but it is the truth. It just all comes down to the same thing. What would love say? What would love do? Right? Doesn't mean you're going to be a doormat. Doesn't mean that you're not going to put up your boundaries. Doesn't mean you're not going to speak your truth. But it does mean that you absolutely are able to come from a place of compassion, understanding, and forgiveness. That's called unconditional love. So for all of us, the next message, our final message from the Spirit Oracle, correct for neutrality on all levels. I have to not look at the deck when I shuffle it, because there's a picture on the front of the card and there's the words on the back, and if I see the card, I know what it is. And I don't like my hands to be guided. You know, I mean, guided by Spirit, yes, but I don't want my ego self, my own mind, to interfere and choose something. So I'm going to let you guys see what lands there. Infinity. You know, I don't like Monet paintings. I like detail. I'm very into detail. But you know, when I look at this, I see a sad face. See these eyes right here? And this sad smile? This is a sad face. See the two little nose holes? Could be angry, but I think it's sad because there's tears. There's a lot of love, and maybe your face is flushed because you're embarrassed. But there is healing here available to you. If you would connect to your solar plexus, the color of self-worth, and recognize that you are worthy of love, forgiveness, compassion, understanding, truth, honesty, goodness. And there's healing available. And you know what? If you speak your truth, this color here, this is turquoise blue. So this is a mixture of truth and love and healing. That can come from here, and that will heal the situation. That's how I read this card when I look at this card. There's more healing and truth all around your crown, coming from your mouth, and then love is predominantly here. There's only 2 little specks of dark anger. Dearest one, rest within the light of your soul. Feel my spirit alive within you, the spirit of the goddess of nature, the earth and stars. Accept the love and light we shower upon you, because you deserve it. You're worthy of this. So turn that frown upside down. What can we see now? What can we see now? Now I see a little mouth here, eyes right here. It's like a, oh no, I know what I see. Just right here. Do you see the frog? There's his eyes. There's his mouth. There's his body. It's a frog. Healing, transformation, light coming down. So we have transformed from angry, sad. We've accepted the healing. We've spoken our truth and spoken words of love and healing. Absorb this love and light. Recognize that we're worthy. We may have pushed it, tested someone who cared for us. But we recognize inside all of us have that little one that just wants to be loved. So then we turn it around after we accept that light shining down upon us. And there you see this little frog. Look at even his little leggies. And he's happy. The light's shining down on him and he's transformed and he's healed and he's releasing all this of emotional baggage. Yay! That's a beautiful way to end this reading. All right, you guys, at 51:28, I'm going to wrap this up and upload it. I love you guys.